The Knicks fell to the Sixers in the city of brotherly love in their first game since the trade deadline, but they're going to have to bounce back quickly on Saturday when they host the Jazz. Zach Braziller was in Philadelphia for Friday's game and a New York Post sports reporter. He joins me now to talk some Knicks hoops. Zach, how's it going, man?
Well, better than the Knicks, who, had a really nice start last night, played very well over 2.5 quarters, and then fell apart in a very disappointing loss to the Sixers.
Yeah, it was a frustrating loss, Zach, for the Knicks in Philly, where they appeared to just run out of gas after an early lead. So Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein at center, they seem to have no answer for Joel Embiid. So do games like this show how much the Knicks actually miss Mitchell Robinson?
Look, they've clearly missed him. They're 5-7 in the 12 games without him. But to me, this game last night was more about Tyrese Maxey. He was terrific. He had 27, 3 steals, really kind of changed the game. When the Knicks beat Philly 6 days ago, he always held to 12 points. The Knicks really kept him in check. But last night, he had some big threes. His defense on the ball really kind of took the Knicks out of some things they wanted to do. Him and Harden late third quarter, early fourth quarter really got that game, in control for Philly. And then late in the fourth, Embiid brought it home.
Yeah, he brought it home late in the fourth there for the Sixers. And you got to look at the Knicks' upcoming schedule here, Zach. 3 games for the Knicks before the All-Star break. They host the Jazz on Saturday. Then they welcome the new-look Nets to MSG before a road game against the Hawks. So how important is it that the Knicks bounce back and finish strong before the break?
It's really important. They're now 2 games behind the Heat in the loss column for that coveted 6th spot. Losing to teams like Philly or Milwaukee are fine. The Knicks got to beat need to win the winnable games on their schedule. And these next 3 games are all winnable, especially the 2 home games. And we all know the Knicks haven't played great at home. Very important for them to find a way to win tonight, beat the Nets, who clearly aren't the same team without Durant and Irving. And then the Hawks, who've beaten the Knicks 2 of 3, but to me are right there with the Knicks for one of those playoff spots. The Knicks want to get to where their goal of the playoffs. They got to win these winnable games that they've got here.
And they got some coming up. We'll see if they're able to take care of business. Josh Hart, the new addition to the Knicks, he's expected to make his Knicks debut on Saturday against Utah. How do you see Hart being used by Tom Thibodeau in his first game? And should Knicks fans be excited about his addition to the rotation?
Yeah, look, I think he's a solid addition. He's a really good defender, really good rebounder. He's a typical Villanova guy where he's going to make the right play. He's going to play incredibly hard. He's going to pass the ball. I think he's going to start off with his second unit. I think he fits well with, Quickly and Obi and Hartenstein. Now, in time, could he end up being a starter? Yes. But I think you still need to keep Grimes with that starting unit just because of the ability to stretch the floor, even though Grimes has not shot the 3 well of late. We saw it last night. The Knicks at times really struggle shooting the 3, and the way the NBA is now, if you don't hit 3s, it's tough to win games. And Hart has not shot the 3 well. That's the one real drawback of him. He's only shooting 30% for 3 on 2.2 attempts. But I do think he will make a difference. He will make an impact, doing kind of the little things. And look, clearly Jalen Brunson is thrilled to have his former Villanova teammate, but I think for now you're going to see him playing a lot of second unit minutes and really help that bench, with his 2-way production.
All right, we'll see how Hart fits in. Some Knicks fans who are part of the Cam Hive are already missing Cam Reddish, looking at his stats from his first game with the Trailblazers. He was +4, and some members of the Cam Hive are going crazy about that, Zach. But we'll see what Hart does in his first game with the Knicks. That is Zach Braziller covering the Knicks for the New York Post. Great job as always. Zach, we will talk soon.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
You too.